Hi Sam. I'm glad to see you today. Are you ready for another vocabulary lesson?
Hi Alex. Absolutely, I'm excited. What word are we learning today?
Today we are diving into the word
negativ,
Negativ.
That sounds interesting. What does it mean?
negativ,
is an adjective that means negative, as in something that is not good or has unfavorable qualities. The most common usage is describing feelings or assessments.
So, like when I say, I have a negative feeling about this.
Exactly. But be careful, because
negativ,
can sometimes be confused with the English word negative in different contexts. In German, it often has a broader range.
Got it. Are there any grammar rules I should know about?
Negativ.
Yes. As an adjective, you can use it in different forms. For example, in the comparative form, you would say,
negativer,
and in the superlative, it's
am negativsten.
So, if I want to say this situation is worse, I can say die Situation ist.
Negative.
That's right. And if you wanted to say it in the past, you could say,
Die Situation war negativ.
in the perfect tense, you would say,
Die Situation ist negativ gewesen.
Wow, that sounds a bit tricky but manageable.
it does take practice, but you'll get the hang of it. The word
Negativ,
comes from the Latin word
negativus.
Oh, that's interesting. How did it evolve to mean what it does today?
It originally referred to something that was denied or rejected. Over time, it became associated more with unfavorable qualities, which is how we use it now.
That makes sense. Can we break down the word?
Negativ.
Of course. The root is,
Neg,
which means to deny, and the suffix is an adjective forming suffix. So, together, it conveys the idea of something that denies or has a negative quality.
So it's like assembling Lego blocks.
Exactly. Now, let's explore similar words. For example, you have,
Negation,
which means denial, and
negieren,
meaning to deny. You could also look at words like
Negativität,
meaning negativity, or
Negativmeldung,
which means negative report.
How about some more examples?
Sure. Here are a few more.
Negativbeispiel,
Means negative example.
Negativzinsen,
means negative interest rates, and
Negativauskunft.
means negative report or reference.
Wow, that's quite a few.
Now, let's practice some situations where you might use.
Negativ.
Imagine you're giving feedback at work. You could start with,
Das Projekt ist negativ bewertet worden.
Okay, let me try.
Das Projekt war negativ.
almost perfect. You could say,
Das Projekt war negativ bewertet.
Got it. What about at the doctor's office?
good idea. You could say,
Ich habe negative Symptome.
Ich habe Negativsymptome.
close, but you need to say,
Negative Symptome.
and for traveling, if you want to express that you have a negative experience, you could say,
Ich hatte eine negative Erfahrung.
Ich hatte Negativerfahrung.
it should be,
Negative Erfahrung.
Okay, I see the pattern now.
when it comes to gender,
Negativ.
is an adjective, so it doesn't have a specific gender. But remember, adjectives take endings based on the noun they modify, like,
Der negative Bericht.
for masculine or,
Die negative Erfahrung.
for feminine.
That helps.
Also, keep in mind that,
Negativ.
is generally used in formal contexts, so it's great for writing and professional conversations. Typical collocations include,
Negative Rückmeldung. Negative Auswirkungen.
and,
Negative Einstellung.
What about words that are commonly confused with?
Negativ.
a common mix-up is,
Neugierig.
which means curious.
I'll keep that in mind. Can you provide some example sentences?
Certainly. For instance,
Ich habe negative Gedanken.
means I have negative thoughts.
And what about the past?
You could say,
Hatte eine negative Einstellung.
which means he had a negative attitude.
That makes sense.
Another example is,
Die Prüfung war negativ.
meaning the exam was negative.
What about the perfect tense?
You could say,
Die Rückmeldung ist negativ gewesen.
which means the feedback has been negative.
Nice.
Now, let's do a quick recall check. What does
Negativ.
mean?
It means negative.
Correct. What is the comparative form?
Negative.
Great. Can you give me a sentence using
Negativ.
in the past tense?
Die Situation war negativ.
Perfect. What's a similar word that means to deny?
Negieren.
Yes. Last question, what is the opposite of
Negativ.
Positiv.
Exactly. You did well.
Thanks, Alex. This was really helpful.
I'm glad you think so. Remember,
Negativ.
is a useful word in many contexts. Keep practicing.
I will. See you next time.
Bye, Sam.